And hey everybody, it's Tony Snipes here again, and I want to entertain some of the questions that you've been sending my way. So if you haven't sent a question yet, definitely go to either our Facebook page or go to artlessonsfromgod.com or tonysnipes.com, and we will entertain those questions here on our video blog post. I want to start today with a question from Robert. Robert is one of our artlessonsfromgod.com subscribers, and Robert asked a question that I really believe that many of you have asked yourself. I know I have, and so let's see what we can do to answer his question. We got his question right over here, so there it is. Robert asks, and he says, I'm not sure what my calling is. I do have a passion for creating comic books and graphic novels, especially writing and drawing. I'm 49 years old, and I think I'm afraid of failure. Well, Robert, first of all, I want to say that we do have a lot in common because, obviously, as you know, I'm an illustrator, and I've done a lot of illustrations that are related to comic books and that genre of graphic novels. And I just came from being 49 to now over to 50, so I have crossed over. So again, Robert, we've got a lot in common. So I know exactly how you feel, especially not knowing exactly what your calling is. And I know personally I was dealing with feeling that if I missed my calling. In fact, I remember back in the day, a lot of folks, when they would see my art, they'd say, oh man, you missed your calling. And that bugged me. So I do want to let you know that, first of all, Robert, taking a look at some of my notes here that I've written down on this to help you out. First of all, Robert, I think you're on the right path because you start talking about what your passions are. And that is actually how you start getting to the road and looking at what's some key indicators to determine what you were born to do, or as we call it, your calling. In fact, that's exactly what your calling is. It is what you were born to do. There's problems that you were born to solve. There were people that you were born to help out. And so the way that you start determining that is looking within, because it's not from external things. It's from looking within. And one thing that you can start taking a look at, and Robert, again, you're right on this right road. Look at, what are you passionate about? In fact, we're putting it right over here. What passions do you have? Let's further identify that. What are some of the things that you would do even if nobody paid you to do it? If you had all the money in the world and you had everything covered, what would you find yourself doing if money was not an issue? The reason why you have that passion for doing that, I really believe it's God's way of letting you know that this is something that you were born to do. It's the reason why you can't shake it. It's the reason why you can't let it go and leave it alone, because you were born to get it out. You were born to express that. So that gives you an indicator of what you were called to do as well, too.